866. Thank you for tuning in. Thanks for being part of our program. Here we are together again on the radio with a story here. Sunday, March 30th has been proclaimed as Black Marriage Day by Mayor Ron Littlefield of Chattanooga, Tennessee, and Mayor Claude Ramsey of Hamilton County, Tennessee. On March 30th, first things first, we'll join more than 200 other organizations and places of worship across the country to celebrate Black Marriage Day. National organizers have set a goal to have 5,000 African-American married couples across America renew their sacred vows. So you see, it's not what you thought it was. You thought it was, let's get those black people married, and in reality it's, let's get those married people who are black back in to renew their vows. Says here, first things first is urging local churches and organizations to encourage couples to show their support of marriage by conducting a vow renewal ceremony on that day. Dr. Rosano Slack, Director of Marriage, Fathering, and Family Initiative, said, the black community is in need of a legacy of strong, healthy marriages. We encourage local churches to demonstrate their support for marriage in celebration of Black Marriage Day. Marriage in the African-American community is on the decline. Today, African Americans have the lowest marriage rate of any racial group in the United States. Yes. They say that like it's a bad thing. It says here, according to the U.S. Census, 43.3% of black men and 41.9% of black women in America have never been married. In 30 years, the overall marriage rate in the United States declined by 17%, but for African Americans, it fell by 34%. Yes, good work. Men, I'm not being facetious. I'm serious. Says here, it is estimated that 80% of all African American children will spend their childhood living apart from their fathers, while an estimated 70% of African-American children are born to unmarried mothers. Now, that part sucks. Dr. Slack said, first things first, wants to send a message to the next generation of black couples that long-lasting marriages are important. They say here, there are many ways to celebrate Black Marriage Day 2008. First things first encourages people to exhaust their creativity and other programs that reach a range of the black community to include couples, singles, and youth. Let's talk about those numbers for a second. Somehow, this is discussed as if it is a negative about African Americans, that they have the lowest rate of marriage of anybody. But I must say, the African-American men who have somehow avoided marriage are smarter than the rest of us. They know how much marriage costs. They know how much divorce and alimony cost. They are frequently where the rubber meets the road. And just as African-Americans have led us culturally, in terms of music, in terms of language, in so many ways, it's my belief that African Americans are leading the way in terms of saying no to marriage. I think it's fantastic. Men, I don't care what kind of day they set, a Black Marriage Day, whatever they're going to call it, you are to resist resolutely. And to all our black brothers out there, and again, let me make this clear. Some people are going to think I'm being sarcastic or being facetious. I am drop dead serious. I want to say to all our African-American male listeners, congratulations, men. You are leading the way. Once again, African-Americans are leading the way in this country, and I am thankful that you are showing us the way. I am. I mean, a debt of thanks. I only wish my own people had the exact same accomplishment and were rejecting marriage the way African-Americans are. I do. Your responses, please. 5-800-TOM is our telephone number. Yes, somebody's proposing Black Marriage Day. Yeah, that's what we need. More black marriages. I say African-Americans are leading the way culturally again. Ron on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Big Tom.
How you doing, Ron?
I'm doing good, Big Tom. How you doing?
Great.
First time, long time.
I love it.
Yeah, Big Tom. I'm 37. I'm a black male. I did the whole college thing, high school. I had a high school girlfriend. I mean, it was kind of serious. And she ended up hurting me in the long run right after college. So ever since then, I just never got married, man. I mean, I don't really see the point at this point. Unless I meet someone that just totally blows me away, I mean, I'm just not looking to get married right now.
Well, even then, why buy when you can rent?
Exactly. Because there's so many girls out there there's so many girls out there for rent.
That's right. Once you've done Hertz, you can move on over to Avis. You know what I'm talking about?
Exactly. And I mean, you usually when you meet a girl in a single spot or something like that, they're usually shocked that I don't have any kids or anything like that. You usually meet a couple girls with a few kids but never been married. I don't know if that's one of the main factors as to why the percentage rate of black marriages is so low, but I can definitely tell you, I mean, I'm 37 and I'm happy right now not being married. I mean, I really don't think I'll be getting married anytime soon as well.
See, I just think that all the black guys I know are very sensitive to their wallets, very sensitive to how much things cost.
Yeah, definitely true.
And I think they are even more sensitive than just about anybody else as to the cost of getting married and especially of getting divorced. You know, black people have led the way in so many ways culturally in this society. I just think they're ahead of the game.
I mean, I do agree with you on that, Tom. I mean, I do think what you're doing is a good service to young men, but I do think as well that black young men are aware of a lot of the things that you're preaching to your students of today. That's
why we have so many black listeners, because as I've always said, black men are hardwired for this stuff.
You know what? Pops never taught me the birds and the bees or the game, I guess you could say. I guess I learned it growing up in the neighborhood from friends and things like that. I mean, I'm from a middle-class neighborhood, and I wasn't in, like, a gang-infested area or nothing like that, but I mean, my mother and father still married to this day, been married for 50 years. I'm the youngest of 5 siblings. I mean, and to tell you the truth, Tom, only one of my siblings is married, and I'm the